Nuance. Bring intelligence to life.
I'm Jason Costain. I'm Head of Fraud Strategy for Royal Bank of Scotland, and that involves managing our fraud defence systems to optimise them to ensure that we defend against fraud threats, and one of those fraud threats is fraud in our telephony channel. Traditionally, we would have looked at suspicious transactions and tried to stop them, but now what we're looking for is the suspect behaviour that happens before the transaction. So that's where you start to get into quite interesting work around voice biometrics, device identity, face biometric and other behavioural indicators that suggest that something isn't going right. So a lot of the projects that we're working on currently are about trying to build a better view of those fraud indicators and figure out how we work those solutions together to create a single fraud view of customer behaviour and fraudster behaviour. The area that I've been more closely involved with has been deploying the FraudMiner solution. So this is where we're looking for the bad voices that come through against all of our incoming calls. So we point the technology at every single inbound call that we receive, and then we're presented to the FraudMiner bad voice library every few hours, and that then presents a bunch of alerts which, with other data that we use, have been quite good at indicating potential fraud. So the main deployment that we've put in the last year has been the FraudMiner technology to spot the reconnaissance and the fraud attack that's happening on our telephony channel. In terms of why we chose to work with Nuance, the bank was already using the technology elsewhere in the private bank. We'd seen how effective it was. We knew Nuance was a highly regarded firm in this field, so we wanted to deploy FraudMiner rapidly to deal with a fraud threat, an attack we were seeing. So it helped that we had the technology in the business already.